This is the Russian Dynamite, Masha Slamovich.
Becca here.
This is not America's Sweetheart, Davian.
It's Billy Starks. And
the super fly guy, Trayvon Jordan.
This is the fly side flyer, Jalen Brandon.
Hardcore Princess, Jules Malone.
Hi there, this is the Bubblegum Princess, Alexia Nicole.
This is the Brazilian Wonder Woman, Christy Jane.
This is the baddest black belt, Chennai Kai.
This is Kid Bandit.
The smash hit, Joel Bateman.
This is Robin Renegade.
Cody Hawk.
Brutal Bob Evans. And you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment, one of my favorite podcasts in the whole wide world.
Hello there. I'm Pedrolo, the Castle and Barricade from the hardcore city of Barcelona, Catalonia. And you're listening to Wrestling with Entertainment right here, right now. What the fuck?
Hello, and welcome to the show. It's Wrestling with Entertainment, the only audio experience on the web today, the trusted choice for interviewing all your favorite wrestlers every Tuesday and Wednesday on YouTube and Castbox, sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. I'm, of course, your host, James J., and it's a great day for wrestling, because we are wrestling with Pedrolo.
Hello there. Hello there. So happy to be here, man.
Happy to have
Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely.
Thank you for inviting me, man. I love talking to a microphone. I love to be like the main character sometimes, because being a wrestler is kind of like that, I guess.
Well, you are the main character today. This is your interview. It's all about you.
Awesome. Awesome. Perfect to feed my egos, I guess.
That being said, where can we find you event-wise coming up next?
So right now, as we're speaking, on the 25th of May, because as you told me before being on air, going to be aired like first week of June. 25th of May, I'll be in Finland, in Kalahoki, which is a small town, like a coast town, I guess, in Finland, like 6 hours from Helsinki. And then the following week, I'll be wrestling in Barcelona for Resist Pro Wrestling. In Finland, it's going to be Slam Wrestling. You should check both companies out. Well, Resist, my school, like I'm a coach there too, so it's like please check us out, and also check Slam out. They're great. They're very great people. And then on the 29th of June, I think it is. Let me check, because I don't really know in which day I'm living. Yep, 29th of June. We have a Resist Pro Wrestling show also in Sant Boi de Llobregat, which is a town near Barcelona. It's gonna be like not like one of our regular shows, more like I think adult theme show, but really also looking forward to that. And then I don't really have anything yet, but I'm looking for bookings. So if you want to book me, just shoot me a message. I can go whatever.
Oh yeah.
And also you can find me at Pedrolo_wrestler on Instagram. I don't have Twitter. Fuck that. I don't have TikTok. I have to get a TikTok because like cool people are there. But at the same time, I'm pretty lazy, so I don't think I'm gonna get it.
So
to be honest,
primarily Instagram.
Yeah. There I can find memes, pictures of dogs, and mostly memes. That's my life.
And where can we find merchandise?
Currently I don't have anything because I'm trying to find like a good like a good seller, like a good provider for the shirts. Okay. I've just been able to find really bad quality stuff all around. Like some of my friends I've got like merch here and there, but the quality, like the printing it's terrible, really bad. Then maybe the fabric of the shirt is bad, so I don't really want to sell that kind of stuff. Also, because I want to kind of also make a profit from it, and like the actual like here in Spain, we don't really get rich. We don't get paid. I get paid outside Spain, and for merch, like it's hard to sell it sometimes. So you have to price it low, like in the 15 euro range at max. So maybe the shirts with my logo, the basic one, which is 3 colors, it's gonna cost me like 10, 11 euro. And it's really bad quality shirt. So I'm not feeling comfortable selling those shirts at all. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I know some guys in Poland that have like really good merch. So I'll try to contact them, like contact their providers and see like how much will it be for me to do it in Poland and then send it to Spain, because maybe like I'm gonna end up paying the same price like in Spain, but the quality is gonna be much better. So like as of right now, nothing. To sum it up.
No, I completely understand that. You wanna put out a quality product rather than something that's going to disintegrate in 10 days.
Exactly. I just hate it. Like on my personal life, I collect football jerseys, like NFL stuff and XFL, all that kind of stuff, and also like sport jerseys in general. And I like getting a vintage shirt, like maybe a 2000s NFL shirt, is much better, like everything, like quality wise, sizing wise, than what Nike is doing or Fanatics are doing now. So I don't want to be like those bastards, basically. I want to like sell something like that's worth it. Maybe I'm not even gonna sell shirts, maybe like mugs or keychains or something like that. But maybe men's shirts right now are just terrible.
I mean, hey, anything you could put your logo on is a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Right, and you don't have to go looking for it either. All the links to all his social media will be in the description of the video below, but on YouTube and Castbox. Alright,
Yay.
let's get into it. You work for Resist Pro Wrestling. Can you tell us about your relationship with the company?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I started training with them like 2015. I started there like as a rookie and a trainee, and then I evolved. I started actually wrestling and having matches like maybe eight months later, like 2016. Then 3 years later, like 2019, 2018 maybe, I started also giving classes and training people, like the basic classes. And then, yeah, I've been being a coach there too for like, since 2018, 2019. And right now I'm just wrestler and then coach there. I don't want to be in the booking team. I don't want to be like the ones in charge, because they're stressed. And I got enough stress just looking for bookings and trying to enhance my career, let's say like that. So I don't want to have like focus on the, I mean, if they need help, obviously I'll be helping them, because at the end of the day, they're my friends. They're like a family. So obviously I'm going to help them. Of course, I'm helping the shows also, if I'm not wrestling or I'm even again wrestling. That's like the DIY thing back there. Actually, before Resist, it was Riot Wrestling, kind of, and then we rebranded. But before Riot, it was SWA. So we had like 3 rebrandings, but we're still the same people. Like the school is growing actually pretty well, so I'm really happy to be there.
Was the rebranding like just kind of grew out of that name evolving, or what caused that?
The SWA thing, it was because the original guy that created the school left, and the guys there were not comfortable using that name, and also they wanted to evolve from that name. And then the rebranding thing with Resist is because we have 2 shows, like Raw and SmackDown. We have Riot and Rage. So we had the Riot shows, and then the actual school was called Riot Wrestling. So the guys in charge, they said we have to rebrand this because it doesn't feel right. And then we chose the name Resist Pro Wrestling, and it was, I think, like 2 years ago, something like that, 3 years ago. But like most people call us Riot Wrestling. Like no one, no one calls us resist. I don't even call it resist. I call it riot. Actually, my dad, he comes to the shows. He loves wrestling. Actually, he wrestled, and he's been coming to the shows for like, I don't know, forever. And sometimes he tries to say resist, but like he fails miserably. So he ends up saying riot, which is pretty funny.
Your dad was a wrestler?
Yeah, back in the 80s here in Spain. He did not wrestle much. He was in the national judo team for judo, and he was focused on that. But during the off seasons, he trained with the pro wrestler from back then. He wrestled some matches, not like a lot of matches, maybe like 10, 15 matches. But I mean, technically, I'm the only second generation wrestler in Spain right now.
Really?
If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Like, as far as I know, I'm the only one right now, which is kind of cool. So you think about it, kind of unique.
It's considering that there's not a lot of first in pro wrestling, that is pretty cool.
Yeah. Also, the scene here is not that big, so I would have known if there was someone who's like a second generation. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Actually, there's an anecdote with this. Back like 2018, I wasn't even 20. I did not say that. Like, I wasn't telling everyone, hey, my dad wrestled. I was just like, if someone like asks me about my dad, I'll be like, yeah, he was in the judo team, and also he wrestled back with this guy and this guy and this guy. So I did not really tell many people about it. So then we did like a show for the Spanish legends from way back in the day, and some of them came to the show, and obviously my dad was there, and he just started hugging everyone, like talking to all of them, and the promoter for the show just came up to him and like, who are you? Oh, I'm Pedrolo's dad. I used to wrestle with them, and he was like, whoa, what the fuck? So you're a wrestler, and that prick didn't tell me that. Yeah, and he just came up to me like after that, like, dude, what the fuck? Why didn't you tell me? You didn't ask? You did not ask me, man. And then after that, like, it wasn't a secret anymore. So I mean, I'm not telling everyone, hey, man, that wrestler. Like, I'm the only second generation wrestler here in Spain. But if someone asks, I'll be like, yeah, I'm this. But yeah, my dad's like, he's a legend, man. He's great. He's everyone loves him. Actually, he's way more loved than I'm loved. Like, my buddies prefer him, which is also understandable. Well, yeah.
Was when you got into wrestling, was your dad like giving you advice, as a former pro wrestler himself, or was he kind of let you do your own thing?
He was letting me doing my thing. Also, because he understood like the time had changed a lot. Like the things he knew, like he said to me, like the things I know don't really make sense anymore because of the style. Because back then in Europe, it was really like catch style, like really like sports based. It was much different. But at the same time, my dad, I played water polo years ago, like before being a wrestler, and the best advice he gave me, like here in wrestling, is listen to the coach. Wherever the coach has, try to do it better. All that kind of like athlete mentality, which has helped me a lot. But yeah, he's like, he never interfered much. Maybe like, hey, your biceps not big enough. Do some more bicep curls. Okay, Dad. Thank you. That was like the next day. I was like, okay, thank you so much. But yeah, like he preferred to be like, in case he's like, in case you need me, I'm here, but just do your thing, Which also I really appreciate it, because that's I'm really like that style like of person. Like, just leave me alone first. Let me figure it out. If not, I'll come for help. But first time, yeah.
No, you mentioned, Spain is maybe when it comes to pro wrestling on the smaller side.
Yeah.
Is that just maybe the crowd, the people aren't necessarily exposed to it as much, or the mentality of the people, or what would you attribute that to?
The thing now is that Spain goes a lot with trends. Like, this is trending, this is not trending. Like, because when I started watching wrestling, which I was like 2006, something like that, it was starting to be like this huge thing. Everyone loved wrestling, everyone was watching wrestling. And then, like, around 2009, it just disappeared from primetime TV. And then just the real fans were watching it, which I include myself there, obviously.
Right.
And then, like, in Spain, like, right now, people know about wrestling. They know what wrestling is, but they don't know that exists here in Spain sometimes. So, like, maybe I'm talking to someone in the gym. It's like, yeah, I'm lifting whatever. It's like, oh man, you lift a lot. Oh yeah, because I'm a wrestler. Like, what? Yeah, a pro wrestler. Like, what? That exists here? Yeah. And then I share the info for the shows, all that stuff. It's kind of in that state. Like, the fans are like, if the fans we have, like, big fucking fans, but then there's a lot of people that like wrestling that don't really know that this exists here. Even with Axiom in WWE, like, they don't know who Axiom is. But, like, many people don't really know that there's a Spanish guy in WWE, which is fucking sad. It's really, really sad because he's a tremendous athlete too.
Oh yeah.
So it's in, you know, that state. Like, it's growing, but just for the niche, like the real fans. It's not like growing into like a pro level, or like in a bigger level, like maybe Germany, or like maybe Austria and Poland and the UK, obviously. But still, like, we got really good crowds usually. Like, average for the riot shows, which are big ones, maybe 200 people. Good day, 400. Bad day, 150. And then for the raid shows, which are like smaller shows, I guess, 100 to 200 people. That's the regular thing. So we can really complain, and we're still trying to grow it as big as possible. But yeah, also many people in Spain, like Spanish wrestlers, don't really want to take this as a business. So it's kind of we have to grow it, but as in the way we can handle it without being real pro. I mean, I want to be real pro. Just I want to make a living out of this. That's the plan.
Right.
I'm gonna try. But of course, I mean, there's people that don't really just do this as a hobby, but they take it seriously. Like, they're wet wrestlers and they train. It's just different ways of seeing the business. Let's say like that.
Right.
So yeah, we're in that state, and that makes, let's say like that.
I was curious because, you know, you are just like a stone throw away from Germany, and, you know, obviously Germany's one of the top wrestling countries.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but
yeah.
in Germany, like, not just in wrestling, like in sport in general, like, they invest more. That's for sure. They got like a different way of seeing things. Because here in Spain, like, I'm of football. You got the only, like, for years, the only place where you could like get some money from football was in Germany. Like, in Spain, we had good players, but no one cared, so they went to Germany. And now, like, there's like a big league in Europe, which I'm a big fan of, but that's something different. And then with wrestling, it's the same thing. Like, you have to go to Germany or the UK, and also with other sports, like, or even like with music gigs. Like, for example, I don't know, a band from the States, like, they say Europe tour. Where do they go? Germany, like 8 dates or even 10 dates. Then Holland for like 2 dates. Poland 1, Austria 5. The rest of Europe, go fuck yourself. We're not coming. There's no money. That's that I think I don't know why, but like the way of promoting things there and the way of like making the show business in general is better there. I don't know why. Like I just came to this just having that. Like okay, the goal is there. I guess I have to go there. But at the same time, I'm trying to like me and other people, like a lot of other people, we're trying to build something in Spain. But yeah, that's like the way to sum it up, I guess.
I got you. Right. Let's talk about you wrestling StarBuck.
Oh yeah.
Obviously the godfather of Finnish pro wrestling, our friend of the show as well. What was that experience like?
Oh, it was great. I was scared. Not gonna lie to you. He's like a veteran of 30 years in wrestling, and he's been in Japan. He's been a star in Japan. He's been a star in Europe for like a lot of years. He started wrestling before I was born. I got into Finland like on a Thursday, and we had the 3-day shows in Helsinki, and he came to the airport to pick me up, and he told me like, let's go to the dojo and practice some stuff for tomorrow, because of course like he's the boss of Slam.
Right.
So basically he was everywhere. So and then we just knew each other and just felt each other, and actually I got to ask him some questions about wrestling, because I mean he's a veteran. I'm still like, I mean I've been in this for a long time, but he knows more than me. So I just kept asking questions. And then the match went great. Really, really fun match. Short, basic, but super fun. Actually, he praised it a lot on social media. He gave me a lot of praise, which I'm really, really thankful for. I'll be always thankful for it. Yeah, and the good thing is he also took great care of me while I was there. Also, all the guys there, I really enjoyed being there and connected with all of really cool people. And then, yeah, actually, I'm seeing him this weekend because I'm wrestling for him again. And actually, fun fact, I usually like when I started this, every guy told me, like every man, woman, everyone told me, at first you have to pay for everything. You have to pay your own flight, like all the stuff. And all the matches I've had in Europe, outside Spain, right now I have been paying my own flight, and this is the first time I'm getting everything covered, which is so cool. Like again, super thankful for them. So yeah, it was great wrestling him and actually seeing the match and back, and then listening to him on commentary and giving me praise inside kayfabe, which is super cool. So yeah, that I think that's all I can say. It was great, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to him to meet him this weekend.
What were some of the differences you saw wrestling in Spain compared to Finland?
In Finland for Slam, it was like he wanted a professional product. It's not like indie wrestling. He hates indie wrestling.
Yes.
So
he does.
So he wanted everything to be solid. He wanted like everything to make sense, to work the crowd, to work the match perfectly, and I learned a lot. And actually, after the match, he gave me some feedback that I've been able to use during my matches about the pacing part of things. So awesome. And then also another like something that really like cheered me up after the last match he had versus StarBuck, which is who is one of his first trainees, if I'm not mistaken. He's like a legend in Finland too. I went straight up to him to ask him feedback, like if he was happy, and he just said, next time I'm covering everything for you. like, oh, perfect. That's the best feedback I could have. Thank you. I'm going to locker room before you change your mind. Like, whoa. I was super happy, honestly.
And I would be remiss if I didn't ask, what are you eating in Finland?
Eating?
Yes, what are
I
you
just
eating?
everything.
Food.
Yeah, anything. Anything, to be honest. Actually, I didn't try any Finnish food, I think, because we were at the hotel next to the venue, and there was a buffet with eggs, bacon, waffles, everything you need to grow muscle and fat. So I was just eating that because it was free also. So I was like, I'm starving. I'm a wrestler. I'm starving, for fuck's sake. And then like for lunch, I went to Lidl, which is a supermarket here in Europe, and there's like protein shakes and pastries and stuff. So I just got like a slice of pizza and a protein shake because I was full from the breakfast. And then for dinner, I was like, whatever, like, because we used to like both days that I was there, some of the guys and me went out for dinner, like burger place, let's get some burger, taco place or whatever, Taco Bell or Turum kebab, like cool, no problem. Once I'm home, I'll be eating healthy again. But yeah, I did not try Finnish food. Which basically, I don't know if you know this, but there's a meme out there that says Finnish breakfast. The name in Finnish, which I don't remember. It's coffee, cigarette, and vodka. She's like, okay, that's the only thing they need. So I guess the cuisine is something like that. I don't know, but yeah, I did not try anything.
Okay. Now, you held the Resist Tag Team Championships. You are the longest reigning Resist Tag Team Champion.
Yes.
1,099 days. With Law and Order. What did it kind of mean to you to hold those titles for so long?
It's funny. I sometimes I think about it. I still think about it because I was studying one of my best friends, Murciano Hector. Like great guy, I love him to death, and he's one daredevil. Like he's great wrestler. He's retired now. He is preferred to Halo now. But like it meant a lot. Like it gave me a lot of confidence to be in that tag team, and it was great because also being Law and Order is a stable here in Resist Pro that has been going on for like 10 years, something like that. I entered like our own Bullet Club without the money. So I entered stable Law and Order with plans of tagging someone else, but that someone else had to quit because of commitment, like of work issues, and visa issues. He was called Pacheco, great guy too. He was like close my age, and we got along really well. And then he quit because of this. And then the other guy, Folo, who is like a big brother to me, like an older brother. I love him to death too. He actually helped me a lot during the first training that I was at school. Because, spoiler alert, I was terrible. I was the worst rookie ever. I came from water polo. I could not move. I did not know like how to move properly outside the water. I was like a fish out of the water, for real.
Absolutely.
I mean, I was a fucking national champion and regional champion in water polo for years, and I could not do a roll to save my life, or even like jump properly. And Fola was there to help me, also with Pulga, who's one of my original coaches. So back to the Law and Order thing. We keep follow out of Law and Order because he also wanted to like take some time off. so this happened with Pacheco, and then another guy came in, Mortus, Pablo, and Pablo got injured. It's like, fuck, I'm alone again. No one wants me. And then the booker at the time asked me like, hey, what about Hector? Because Hector was there just doing like a random gimmick. It was called Scott Fight, and like he was like playing wrestler and doing cool stuff. Like, sure, why not? And then we started tagging, and we mixed perfectly because of my strengths were his weaknesses, and his strengths were my weaknesses. So it was a perfect combination, and we were hungry at the same time. Like we wanted to wrestle and have good matches and being outside, and then like everything evolved into us trying to make a name for ourselves in Spain and Europe. Sadly, it was hard to get booking as a tag team, and like
Right.
once we started like having some responses, COVID happened, everything went to shit. And also I could not really like travel too much because back then I was studying and having like a very like a job with a very low pay. I was an English teacher for like kids and teenagers for like an hour or two a day, and they were paying me like €300 a month because I was working like 1 or 2 hours a day. So most of my money went out pretty quickly because I had to pay the gym, I had to pay Riot, and also helping my parents, not like paying for that stuff because money was tight. And now I'm fine. Now I got a good job. Now I can invest in my career. So COVID happened and just got screwed. But like it was tagging with him and having those matches. It was perfect. Like it was great. Even though like last year we were tagging, he was more like thinking about just stopping and not really. Also, he's part of the booking committee of the booking team. Sorry, and the actual people that run the school. And he's our handyman. He was just stressed and he wasn't really focusing on matches sometimes. So I was carrying the booking aspects and the like how to like what to do in the matches, which actually helped me a lot. Also, just thinking like about myself and him, like what do I have to do, and even like if I had a bad day and I couldn't, maybe there was a day I had like a flu or something. He had to book everything. He knew me and he knew everything I had to do, and it was easy. And yeah, it was beautiful to tag with him. It was one of the happiest periods of wrestling in my life, for sure. Especially like 2019, 2020, that we were champions again and we were having constantly good matches. That was great. We were named the best tag team in Spain for a couple of years, if I'm not mistaken. Without like, obviously, Team White Wolf was Eki, Axiom, and Carlos Romo because they were in the UK, so they didn't really count.
Right.
But yeah, that to sum it up in 7 minutes, fucking great.
Now, you mentioned like you had all those issues with, finding a tag team partner. Was you kind of dead set on being a tag team wrestler at that time? Because after you and your partner disbanded, you kind of went on your own as just a singles wrestler.
Yeah. At first, it was like I want to wrestle, so I don't really care like if I'm a tag wrestler or singles wrestler. And then with Hector was great because I was tagging with my buddy, and he was crazy as me, so all great. And once I had that role, I just took it like it's personal. Like that's my fucking role. That's my thing. I'm a tag team wrestler, and at the same time, I wanted to be a single wrestler. So after like I got kicked out of the order and of Law and Order and that stuff. transitioning to like a singles wrestler was like it was easy because I mean I had been like wrestling for like 8 years at that point or 7 years. I don't remember now. And it wasn't that hard because I knew what I had to do in matches and all that. Because also I was a tag wrestler, but at the same time I had singles matches here and there, so all good.
Okay. Now, in 2022, you actually decided to go out of Spain and kind of go like on an excursion, so to speak. You made your debut for 5 different countries: Sweden, Finland, Austria, Poland, and Ireland. What kind of brought that on for you?
Sorry, didn't get you there.
What made you go out, branch out to all those different countries?
Well, I want to wrestle. That's the first thing. I want to wrestle everywhere. I want to wrestle in every country possible. I hate being at home. Let's say like that. I need to tour. It's like the show business curse, I guess. Like I need to be out there. So, and also like I've never been a fan of staying at one place. I need more. I need to meet people. I need to be outside. I need to get new experiences. So wrestling is perfect because I also like I want to make a living out of this. That's the goal. That's good. Please, I'm gonna make this happen. So in Spain, obviously, there's no money. Like it's sometimes we barely get like the travel expenses covered. So sadly, we have to go outside. So it was the mix of everything, like wanting to wrestle, wanting to be outside, wanting to see the world, wanting to get experiences, wanting to invest in my career. It was all that mixed. So yeah, that's and also like I want to fill up the cage match. Not gonna lie, that it looks really good. So yeah, at the same time, I like the feeling of going somewhere new, having a good match, doing a great job, and then like people like giving you great feedback and the fans becoming fans of your work because of that match. That's a beautiful feeling, man. It's like, oh man, I made the right choice by investing in this. I made the right choice by becoming a wrestler, and also like the feeling of landing back home, going home on the train or like cab or wherever, and looking at someone going to work or like going somewhere else, like I'm way cooler than that guy because that guy is going to his shitty job. I just came back from Austria from wrestling in front of more than 700 people in one of the coolest venue in Europe. And yeah, I just left for 1 hour. I have to take a shower and go to work, but I'm happy. He's not happy, or she is not happy, but I'm happy. I'm cooler. Yeah, that's a silly thought they have, but like many people I know have these kind of thoughts. So, you know, like it's a mix. Let's say it's a mix, you know.
Right. What countries do you have your eye on that you haven't wrestled in yet?
All of them. All of them. Any country, like if there's a wrestling in that country, I want to go there. That's for sure. So if I see like a promotion coming up or like a company here and there, or maybe have to like resend messages, I'll just maybe like once a week or like once a month, because I do it through Instagram usually. So I don't want to be like spamming messages because I'll get banned.
Right.
So I'll just try to base it. So I'll just send a message and try to like find like hope for response, because sometimes like no one answers, no one sees the message, or no one cares about the message. So yeah, but right now I love to like, because I have received some positive responses from Italy, Ireland, Norway, and Denmark too. But that was like months ago, so I have to resend the messages again. Like, hey, I'm here. I got some new footage. Also, now that I started the Elevate program, well, I finished it, but I was with Joseph Connors, working with Connors. I got some references to include in the wrestling CV. So yeah, basically it's anything that comes up, any country. I mean, like, let's say someone messages me for right now after this interview, someone messages me for I don't know, Switzerland. Good. I'm in. If I don't have any like a booking on that day, I'm in. That's the goal. Let's say like that. That's the thing.
Okay. Now, can you tell us about beating up comedians at a comedy show?
Man, you know everything. That's amazing. Yeah. His name was Andy Perez. He made a documentary. He contacted me because he wanted to make a documentary about wrestling in Spain. Then he ended up just focusing on me because he was like a 6-7 minute.
A baby face.
Yeah, that one. And he ended up doing it about me and the school, but mostly about me. And it was so cool. And actually, we became friends because wrestling, of course, and actually some football too. We talked about football, and then after the shooting was over and we premiered the documentary, he just came up with the idea because he's a comedian too. He came up with the idea of doing this, and I was like, sure. I mean, it's gonna be fun. So actually, his punches are one of the best punches I've ever seen. Like, he beats like most wrestlers in Europe with his punches. That's legit. Like, he's also been into theater and he knows how to move. So it was easy to work it. Like the worst part was the stage was very, very small, but then I had a lot of fun with it, and the guys at the Comedy Clubhouse here in Barcelona, they loved it. They were like super hyped with what we did, and yeah, it was great. Also, like, I love comedy shows. I love stand-up comedy, so it was perfect to just doing my work there and then just enjoying the show for the rest of the night. Was great, you know, without paying $1. Actually got paid for that, which is like, man, the times I got paid, like, I've gotten paid 3 times without a ring being there, and actually me wrestling, which is like weird, but at the same time super cool, you know, because in Austria there wasn't a ring. In Austria it was like a Choco Pro in Japan thing, and I got paid a lot of money there because everyone gets paid equally in that promotion and in WUW.
Yeah, I know. World Underground Wrestling.
Yeah, you talked to Stanislav, right? To Van der Rovnik.
Yes. Yeah.
He has worked there. Oh, yeah. I know him. He booked me in Sweden. I love that guy too. I love a lot of people. Stanislav is one of them.
I love him as well.
Super cool.
Great guy.
Yeah, he's super funny. Super funny. And also I wrestled one of the guys from there, Joe Bravo.
Yes.
I wrestled him in Poland, and he told me, hey, this is the promoter. I did the same thing for him. Like, this is the promoter. Please send me your stuff. I'll send it to him. And also, if you want to send him a message, send him the message. And they're like, it was the biggest venue I've probably been in. It was in total 735 people, something like that. So, like, almost 750 people. So we got paid like €220. Everyone got paid that. And it was like, fuck! That's serious money. And the promoter was, and Mungus was the promoter. He was like, that's not even close to what I was getting paid back in the 80s. It's like, what the fuck? Like, how much? And he told me he told me the numbers. Like, man, this is gone bad. And also with the comedy clubhouse, we got paid like $20. It was like I told Matt, who's the boss there, Dr. Matt, like, oh, it's fine. I mean, you need to pay me for this. It's fine. It's good because I love the show. No. Shut up. Take it. What you guys did, you deserve at least like to get paid for the pizzas you're getting after. Like, thank you, Matt. I love you. Yeah. And then I did something with in a Barcelona club, a party club called Apollo, which is a big dance club here in Barcelona. I've gone there many times to party. Oh, not drinking. I'm straight edge. Just for everyone to listen, if you're listening to this, I'm straight edge. I'm like CM Punk. I love CM Punk. So, and I got paid like to wrestle as fake Santo, and a buddy of mine was wrestling as fake Blue Demon. We got paid like €160 for like 3 hours of work, and
Wow.
not real work. We were there like doing sequences. He was doing like a lot of Mexican stuff. I was just receiving it. But yeah, it was the quality of it. The wrestling itself was shit, but the drunk people were enjoying it a lot, and the promoter for that show loved it as well because it was different. Like for us, for me and David, Bad Boy, who was wrestling me, we were like, this is fucking terrible, but they're loving it, so let's keep going. We had like 3 separate brawls, I think, like 5 minutes in one place, 5 in another one, and then like 5 in another stage. Like there's 2 different rooms and like a smoking area. So we did like a brawl like in every stage there. So and it was super fun. Like it was great. I love being like I love doing like any type of show business in general. I like acting. I like being like acting like an asshole or like not like an asshole, but like because in Spain we use that to refer to being goofy or to being like the center of the show, like they say like that, like
I got you.
That's yeah.
Now you mentioned that show. You could correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you compete as Nacho Libre?
No, that's a never engaged match. I was a Nacho Libre. I was fake Santa.
Okay, gotcha.
But like, I was there. Yeah. Nacho Libre thing was a guy called Santi. I don't really know him because he was an actor. He didn't really wrestle. He was just there standing, looking tough,
So
and
basically
then like,
Nacho Libre.
oh, yeah. And the other guy was Martí, who is La Sonrisa Andorra, Andorra's smile. He was a rookie. Like I don't know if he had wrestled in that point. Like if he had made his actual debut in the ring. But he was there too, like just doing like some spots and being there as like a prop, let's say like that, like there to as a part of the decoration of the stage. He got paid a lot of money as well. Like we all get paid the same thing. So definitely like Martí and the other guy got a better night than David and me because we were actually giving each other.
All right. Now, you mentioned it. You were part of the documentary Babyface. What did that kind of mean to you to have a documentary shot about you?
It was weird. Like, at the same time, it was weird in the first place because it's like, why do you want to make a documentary about me? Like, yeah, I'm a wrestler, but I'm a nobody. But then, like, I really enjoyed it. Like, I enjoyed a lot, like, being able to express myself and being in front of the camera, talking to, well, like doing the shots and talking to the camera and that stuff. So yeah, it was super fun and weird at the same time because back then I was starting talking to my girlfriend, my girl Lorena, and like we just started talking and she started seeing like on Instagram like I'm like someone filming me and kind of like something that looks like a big deal. So I started like, oh yeah, they're making a documentary about me. no big deal. Like she was like, no, it's a fucking big deal. What the fuck? Like why? And then I had to explain to her like what like the wrestling scene here and then the wrestling career I was having like up to that point and yeah, for sure she like it worked out. We've been together for like almost 2 years now, so so yeah, all good. But it was weird. It was weird because also like back then I was working at the regular gym as a trainer there, and there were also some shots that he took at my old job, and I had to ask for permission. And like I knew my boss, but my boss has another boss, and she was a new boss, so I hadn't talked to her before that. So I went to my boss and I told her, "Hey, can we do this?" Oh, you have to talk to, I don't remember her name, the other boss. I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll just go talk to her." I introduced myself. Hey, I've been working here for like 3 years now or 4, I don't remember now. But outside this, I do this, and they're doing this documentary, and she was like, yeah, go for it. Just make sure that some hours that don't interfere with a lot of clients and like a lot of people training there, or like. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll come on Wednesday because Wednesday was my day off, so most of the weeks. And we shot it I think it was like almost 10 p.m. and there was no one. I was just racking and doing some squats. That was the only thing. But yeah, it was weird, but very cool. I really enjoyed it. And Andy's great. He's a great guy. Great actor too, great comedian too. So yeah.
Okay. Can you tell us about Eddie Motionless?
Oh, that's that's my actual first wrestling name, sort of. It was just me, like first ever match at the school. It was a school show. I had no name. I had like no gimmick, and actually it was supposed to be Edu Havoc, but I was like, nah, Eddie Motionless is better. So Motionless in White is one of my favorite bands ever. And my WhatsApp on the app, I'm there as Eddie Motionless because I picked that name when I was 15 years old, and I haven't changed it in 10 years. And I'm not gonna change it, by the way, because I still love Motionless in White. Like Chris Motionless is one of my favorite singers in the metal scene and in general. And now that he's the voice of Rhea Ripley's song, I'm like super like marking out like, oh, that's amazing. He's in wrestling now. Like, that's good. So yeah, it was just me like shitty name for a rookie, I guess. But yeah, like nothing, no highlights from it.
Okay. Well, maybe this was a highlight. You wrestled Chris Brooks, and Kid Lykos. Obviously Chris is a big name in Japan, on the Gaijin level. What was that experience like?
Oh, great. We had a really good match. They ended up being really happy with us. And actually, we were nervous, but not the same level that we were like months before that, because we wrestled Team White Wolf, Akid and Romo, and it was like a test for us. But then, and that thing went great. And then when CCK came to wrestle us, we were like, we're confident we can do this, but let's not fuck it up. Let's not be too cocky. Like, let's listen to them and let's see what they want to do. Let's see everything. And actually, fun fact during the booking, Hector, his English is pretty bad. He understands English. He can like talk English, but he can really have a long conversation. And Chris Brooks' accent is pretty thick. I'm used to thick accents because also like in college I was, well, as I said before, I was an English teacher before like being a full-time personal trainer. I've been used to like, because of also in college I was studying English, like English studies, which was like to be an English teacher or like translator, all that stuff. I dropped out. I hated it. So Brooks, during a point of the booking, he was starting to give me all the spots for me, like the big ones where I had to follow things. He ended up giving them to me because I was understanding like everything. And I realized that after we had booked the match, like, oh fuck, I gotta work tonight. But then Hector took the beating. Hector was chopped here, chopped there, kick here, kick there. He took the speed spot where he does the thing with his finger, and he was with his saliva, like, and then he puts his finger into your ear, and that was disgusting. I was happy I wasn't taking that. And then, well, Hector took a beating, poor guy. And actually, during the match, there's a moment where I chop Chris, big chop, boom, and I saw his face, like he wanted to give me back one. I was like, nope, there's a spot coming. So I run the ropes, and he hit me with the knee, which looked really, like, felt amazing. After the match, he did not mention anything about the chop. Like, it was a good chop. It wasn't like a Gunther level like chop. Like, I don't kill people with chops. But like when I saw what he did to Hector, I was like, no. And also at the same time we were with Lykos, we were like, Hector and me were scared of hurting Lykos. He was coming back from an injury, and during the match we were asking him, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" Like, trying to make sure he was fine, and he actually really appreciated that. He told us thank you many times. And sad fact, actually, he actually got injured again the following week. Now he's fine. He seems like he's overcome those injuries, so I'm really happy about it. But yeah, after like the whole match thing, the whole experience was great. Like, we were happy with the outcome. They were happy with the outcome, and actually it was one of the matches that I started sending to the promoters, like, hey, we just wrestled them, and it got some buzz around social media and in general. So yeah, that's, I think, all I can say about it. Super cool.
Now, when it comes to hardcore matches, you expect tables, ladders, chairs, sometimes even thumbtacks.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that time you DDT'd Kruger on gummy bears?
Oh, yeah. That's a spot that here in Spain has happened a lot of times, actually, because we like it's like the funnier, like, being able to laugh at yourself and being able to, like, laugh at the situation. I can definitely say it hurts if you take a butt bump on a gummy bear.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, you can break your neck.
On
Still
a
taking
gummy
bumps.
bear?
Yeah. I mean, it's not it's like a thumbtack, but oof, a bad bump is a bad bump. But like, yeah, I prefer gummy bears to thumbtacks. I don't want anything that can that can tear apart my ring gear, unless I'm getting paid a lot of money. Like,
right.
I can do hardcores. I like doing hardcores, but like death matches and anything that involves more like suffering and actually like ripping a part of my equipment, I usually say no. Like, I can take tables, whatever, chairs, whatever, candlesticks, whatever.
Gummy bears.
I don't know. Gummy bears, of course.
Large lollipops.
Candy in general. Yeah, oof, the lollipop thing. It broke. It broke. I botched it. I had to hit the other guy, Morchero. I had to hit him with it, and it slipped out of my hand. And it hit another of the wrestlers who was filming the show, Carlos, and I was like, oh, fuck. It was the best botch ever. It was. I didn't know if it ended up in Botchamania. I hope someday someone finds that and sends it to Botchamania, because it was the funniest thing ever. And actually, props to Carlos, the guy taking the lollipop thing, because he sold it. He was selling it for like a minute. He's like, oh, this is amazing. I was laughing so hard. Like I had to carry on. I was like, I could not. Like I told Mortero like hit me hard because I'm laughing. Oh, that was amazing. Actually, we have an award ceremony at the end of the year, and that thing won the Botch of the Year award. It's like I'm super proud of because it was a botch. No one got hurt. Everyone laughed. Everyone had a good time. So we don't like. No one was crying because someone got injured. So, perfect botch. That's the ones I want to watch. Like the botches that are funny. No one gets hurt, and everyone has a good time, even the wrestlers. So that's great.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's time for Pedrolo's Bizarre Adventure. You're a pro wrestler that goes up and down the roads, and weird, crazy, and bizarre things are bound to happen. Can you tell us a road story that fits that description?
Let me think, cause I'm pretty like usually like weird. Not weird, but like there was one time in France. There was I think you have interviewed him to Alex Days,
Yes.
the Anomaly.
Yes.
Yeah, I know him. I've known him for like many years.
Love that guy.
Yeah, he's great. Alex actually, he was taking a lot of care of me traveling to France many times, and he's great. I love him a lot. Haven't talked to him in ages. I hope he's doing well.
Oh yeah, he's doing great.
Awesome. So basically, I was in France wrestling for ABC Catch, and there was a girl there who was helping with the shows, and same age as me, kind of same vibe, like emo girl. I was like kind of that stuff. So like after going there, we like talked a lot, And there was one day I was making my moves, you know how this goes. And then we started hearing like a lot of noise everywhere. And one of the wrestlers got into a fight with someone, and they had come into the locker room, and it was like, "What are you doing here? What's happening?" "Oh, I got into a fight with this guy. He's an asshole. Blah 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 blah." I was like, "I hate you now," because I was doing what I was doing. And actually, the fun part of it, like the driver for the band, of the ring band of the shows, was this girl's grandfather, and his grandfather loved me for some reason. So it was like the first bizarre thing I can like remember being on the road, and then like nothing really like stands out of the norm, or like, yeah, I think like there's nothing else, like no overdoses, no dead bodies, no yeah.
Well, that's a good thing.
I'm pretty chill. Yeah. I mean, I've gone to party everywhere, and I go out with people and that stuff. But it's like, I'm from Barcelona. Barcelona is a weird city, so nothing freaks me out. So I'm kind of desensitized to it. It's probably like Los Angeles, I guess. So yeah, I think that's the first one I can tell you, and then maybe I have to message you after, like, oh, I just remembered this. Because also there's one that involves Alex, but I don't really want to tell it because it was weird, but it was funny. Like nothing bad. It was just like, man, we're both sick in the head. So yeah. Oh well, there was one, and it was totally my fault because my head is bad, like in a bad way. I was with TJ Charles, Michael, who's also one of my great buddies. And we have a lot of conferences in each other, and like, we talk a lot. And we had to train ride to Valencia, which is like 5 hours, because that train was slow, was very, very slow. And for the first hour, we're just talking wrestling, and yeah, I should like send a message to this promoter, blah 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 blah. But then after that, my head was just turning into like this sick mode, and we just started saying like, "Hey, who would you rather suck their dick off, like Trump or Putin. Oh, and then we started just discussing which dick we had to suck. Like Putin won because he looked more clean. And then like weird questions like that in that style, like, so we have to kill someone. Who would you kill? Like all that stuff. And we were talking in English because Michael's from Ireland and he doesn't really talk Spanish. And after like 3 hours just discussing that, we just realized that maybe the people around us understand us. And then we just shut up for like 10 minutes. Then we started talking again. But like, it was for sure, it was a very fun train ride because it looked like hell for like, before getting to the train, I was like, fuck, it's gonna suck. But then it became very fun. But yeah, actually I'm going with TJ, with Michael this weekend to Finland. So he's gonna have a whole weekend of me.
All right. Now, can you tell us about your love of the New England Patriots?
Yeah, I love the Patriots.
Not exactly the football you would think about when thinking about Spain, no?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I like soccer too. I'm not the biggest fan of. I mean, I like soccer. I'm a Man U fan, Manchester United fan. But from an early age, I just was attracted to hitting people, like with the ball. Like I was just attracted to that. So rugby, football, that stuff. So when I started like playing Madden games, the Madden NFL games, I couldn't barely write or read, and not even in English, not even in Spanish, like nothing. So I was scrolling through the teams, and I thought they were countries. Like, okay, the Cleveland Browns were Holland, the Netherlands, because they play orange. The Packers were Australia, because Australia plays in green and yellow, so they have to be Australia. Kansas City Chiefs were Spain because they play red and yellow, and then it came to the Patriots. I was like, oh, that's USA. I like that team. I like those. And then soon after, like maybe not much after that, I realized, oh, those are teams. Those are real teams, not countries. So, but I just decided that the Patriots were my team because I loved the uniform, I loved the logo. I didn't know anything else, like who Tom Brady was, who Vince Wilfork was. I had no idea who they were because I was like 5. So that's 2004, 2004. And then when I started getting to like football for real, I realized they were the best team ever. Even though some people claim they cheat, no. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. That's the first rule, all right? But they're not cheating. They just think outside the box when it comes to rules, all right? So, I just became a fan because of the video games and how the team looked, and then seeing Tom Brady play, I was like, wow, that guy's amazing. And then seeing Vince Wilfork play, that was the guy. I used to be like a fat kid, like very fat kid, and I hated it, and I hated being the big guy. But then I saw Vince Wilfork, like outside wrestling, because with wrestling, like I know like being big in wrestling was cool, but I wasn't really into it. Well, being the big guy. But then I saw Vince Wilfork play. I saw Vince Wilfork just run through people. I was like, that's my guy. I like being the big guy. So thank you, Vince Wilfork. So yeah, I just became a fan of the Patriots because of that, and just everything that came. Like they were a winning team. I enjoyed seeing them play. Now they're losing. I'm still a big supporter. Like most of my teams are losing a lot, by the way. Like I like the Renegades in the UFL. They are terrible. Mind you, Manchester United, the soccer team, now they're like the disgrace of a soccer team. The Barcelona Dragons, who play in the ELF last year, was terrible. Like a lot of bad stuff was going on inside the team, but I was there supporting. I'm a loyal guy. I don't cheat. I'm there. So yeah, that was, and also like I got now like I think it's like 18 or 19 jerseys of the Patriots.
Wow.
Yes, something like that. Yeah, I collect them. I love wearing football jerseys because also they fit my body type very well. Like skinny jean, throwing up Vans, skinny jeans, and a football jersey. That's my thing because I feel comfortable. Like I like being tight on the legs. Like I like throwing off my legs, but at the same time I want to be comfy around my chest because I don't know why, but it just feels good. So it was perfect. It was with jerseys they usually run big, so good. And yeah, I just love how they look, and also like I love the Patriots jerseys. So now that I have my own money, I'm just like finding shirts, hunting them. I love like going to vintage clothing stores or going through eBay or that kind of stuff. So yeah, I got like 19 Patriot jerseys and like 6 Dragon jerseys, and then I got some XFL from the 2001 era.
Wow.
I got three of them, which I got them very cheap. Then I got 3 of the new XFL, like 2021, like the 2020. Come on, 1. Then I got some of the NFL Europe jerseys, like the Cologne Centurions, I think. Yeah, that. I got the Cleveland Browns jersey too, because I like the Browns a little bit. They're funny. Yeah, I also have like Arena Football League jerseys. I got like 5 or 6. And actually, I'm looking to buy, like, I got the computer now open, and I'm this close to buying one of the LA Avengers Arena Football League jerseys, and I'm just thinking about it. But like, I don't know. I want to wait because the Dragons season is coming up. I want to spend that money on that. So yeah, I don't know. But that's me being a football freak, football mark, and being actually my girlfriend is a Dolphins fan. She likes football and she likes the Dolphins. So right now she's giving me a bad time with it. Very bad time. I hate it. Now they have Odell Beckham Jr., they have Tyreek Hill, Tua Tagovailoa. I hate myself. But yeah, yay Patriots. So yeah, I hope that answered the question you asked for.
Yes, absolutely. Now, that being said, you are straight edge as well.
Yeah.
Not something everybody is nowadays. So, what kind of made you chose that lifestyle?
Well, first the worst thing was CM Punk because he was my idol. Like growing up, I was a big fan of CM Punk. And at the same time, like I was like telling everyone when I was 10, like I'm straight edge like CM Punk. I'm straight edge like CM Punk. But I didn't really know what that was. But then when I was starting to like, I've always been very into metal and punk from a very early age. Like maybe I was 6, 7 years old. I was listening to Sum 41, Linkin Park, all that stuff. So I was started to get into hardcore punk. I started to get into metalcore, and most of the bands, or some of the bands that I really enjoyed, had straight edge members like AFI, Parkway Drive, I Kill the Prom Queen. I was like, oh, they're fine with it, and then I started to investigate more of the culture, and then I found out like there's assholes who are straight edge that are like super like radical with it, and they hate everyone who's not a straight edge. I'm not that kind of person. I hate actually those kind of people. Actually, I don't drink, I don't smoke, but if I'm going out with friends or whatever, like I'm not mad that they're drinking. Actually, I probably buy them drinks because they're my friends. If they need like if they tell me, hey, can you buy us a 6-pack or whatever? Yeah, sure, no problem. Actually, like it was funny because my friends they drink a lot, and sometimes they run out of beer. So I'm the first one. Like if I'm there with them and we're at someone's home, they're like, can someone go for the beers? I go, I'll just go, and then I go to the store and get the beers, and then I started doing that until someone realized like, hey, Edu, who's my real name, that's my shoe name, is going for the beers. He's the one not drinking. Are you like, what the hell? No, that's not fine. It's like, and then they started like, no, you don't go, please. Like, someone else will go, it's fine, man. I mean, I can go for the beers. It's all good. Just drink. pay me those beers because I'm not gonna drink them. And I'm a wrestler. I'm starving, by the way. So please enjoy the beers and don't think about it. And like, never had a problem with that kind of like of like people drinking. Like, no problem with that. Actually, I love going to parties. I love going to clubs. But I enjoy it differently because I don't drink. I just get drunk with the environment. Obviously, like, I'm in an advantage to them, like, because I'm sober.
Right.
So you'll never see me hit on someone at the club because I know most people have been drinking. I know more like most people like are something. I'm just enjoying it with my friends. I'm being like, I'm dancing like goofy. Like, it's not the place or time to be like hitting on someone. Like that's the main thing I can say. Like, I know I'm in an advantage position, so I'm not taking advantage of it. Like, no, never. Hope that made sense in some way, but
yeah.
But yeah, it's the only thing that really stands out being a straight edge. Like, also, like, some people get surprised, like, oh, you don't drink? You don't like a drinker. Because beard, long hair, big guy, hair everywhere. I look like a Viking sometimes, so they expect me to drink a lot of beer. Like, no, sorry, all for you. I'll take the Coke Zero and the orange juice you have there, and the coffee.
I prefer a normal Coke.
That's all right. I mean, I like it too. I'll just say Coke Zero because of calories, but
yeah,
I don't really care.
I mean, I'm drinking Coca-Cola as we speak.
Nice. I hope you're enjoying it.
Yes, I am. It is my preferred cola of choice.
Nice. Mine is Dr. Pepper. I love Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper
is like a lollipop. I love it. Actually, in Spain, we don't really have it. So I have to, like, go to some stores that really have it and pay a bit extra for it. Like, I'm not doing that every week. But, like, if I'm out somewhere, or even if I'm in the UK, I've been to the UK twice with my girlfriend. She loves Dr. Pepper too. So, first thing we're doing in the UK, get Dr. Pepper. That's we're going straight to that.
Hell yeah.
Then the rest. First Dr. Pepper.
Oh, you mentioned, it's straight edge. You love of CM Punk, love of Tom Brady. And you love all the controversial figures, don't you?
The what? Sorry?
You mentioned, loving CM Punk and Tom Brady. You just love the controversial figures, don't you?
Oh yeah. I love them. Because I'm when I was a kid, I like to piss people off. Not like in a bad way. Like, for example, here in Barcelona, we have FC Barcelona, who's a great team, big team in Europe and in the world for soccer. So when I was a kid, I hated that club because everyone was a fan of that club. So I ended up supporting Madrid for like 3 or 4 years. Then I just realized that wasn't it because I hated Madrid more. So that's the base of my taste in teams or figures, let's say like that, because I don't know, like well, CM Punk is a clear example. Like, I love CM Punk. He's an asshole, yeah, but he's my asshole. I like my asshole. Like, come on, Tom Brady. He's done probably his stuff, but he's a martyr, man. He hasn't cheated. Like, those deflated balls, nah. Those balls were fine. It was just a mistake. Who's taking advantage of a deflated ball? Like, these balls are a little flat. Those are the calls that cannot win at the Patriots game. Come on. But yeah, I love CM Punk and Brady. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Now, I maybe when I ask this question, you could fill in the blanks, so to speak. You were part of the Salute Activia float in a carnival?
Oh yeah, well that's where I work. So Activa, yeah, that's where I work as a personal trainer. We've been part of the. I work not in Barcelona. I work in Montcada, which is a town like 30 minutes away from Barcelona, something like that. 20, depends on if you're going by car or by bus or train. So we usually participate in like the town's festivals or town carnivals just to promote the business because it's a small business. So it's kind of a way of like reaching people and getting new clients too. I gotta say I love working there. My bosses are great. The clients I have are great. Training people, it's great. Like I love fitness. I love being around sports in general. So it was a perfect career choice for me. And actually, coming from a regular gym, which I was fed up with the managers, I was fed up with the situation there, and going there, which was super healthy and helpful and that stuff. It was great, and it's still great. Actually, I gotta go tomorrow to work, so yeah.
All right. Well, that'll bring us to the colossal question. Let's say they're making a movie about you. Every movie has a soundtrack. What would be the first 3 songs on your movie soundtrack?
One's gonna be Song 41, the Hell song.
Okay.
Because as a kid, I moved a lot, and like if you see that music video, you can see like a huge party and like a lot of camera shaking. So like I've done like a lot of stuff. You know, that would be one like me as a kid, like running around and playing, doing sports and stuff. Then trying to think. Some emo song for my teenage depressive years. Probably like AFI's Miseria Cantare, which was CM Punk's anthem song. It's a great example because I was just fucked. Like I was playing water polo and I wasn't happy. I was being forced to play by a relative, by my dad. Just like I went to play football or rugby, but I wasn't. They would like the situation wasn't letting me do that. It was sad, but at the same time, it's fine. So yeah, like trying to like during those teenage years, finding myself and being like an emo kid. Probably that sums it up pretty well. And then for the like wrestling onwards stage, it's probably Born Strong by Madball. It's like I found myself. I know myself now. I'm still knowing myself, but I'm fucking ready for this, you know. And that song is just strong, and that song is great. Actually, I used that song for Law and Order. They're still using that song, which I love it, by the way. Like I love that they still want to use that song. So thank you. And actually, live, that song was I was at the Madball gig in 2019. I almost got killed by many people, but it was worth it. I was moshing like crazy. So yeah, I think those 3 songs can be added to this movie about me. Like probably if you ask me tomorrow, I'll have some other songs. But like those 3, I think that those are the first ones that come to mind.
Fair enough. Well,
yeah.
Now that we have the soundtrack down, everybody knows you get the soundtrack first, then you write the script, and then you go to casting. Who plays you?
Yeah.
And you can't say yourself because you are obligated to make a Stan Lee-esque cameo.
I want Tom Hardy to play me. I love Tom Hardy. He doesn't look like me at all, but I love Tom Hardy. So I'm gonna choose him.
Okay.
And then the cameo somewhere, like, but yeah, probably Tom Hardy or like I'm trying to think. Oh, also I loved in Sons of Anarchy Opie, the guy that played Opie, Ryan Hurst.
Oh, okay.
Like big beard, long hair. He's way taller than me. But like maybe he can fit in, I guess. But no, I'm choosing Tom Hardy. I'm choosing Tom Hardy. I love that guy. I love that. I love his style.
Okay. Now, every movie has a supporting cast. Who would be three people significant to you and your story that would be in your movie, and who would play them?
Well, my dad has to be there. And I don't know. Oh, my dad has to go by Danny DeVito, for sure.
Okay.
Just because my dad's funny and now he's out of shape and he's round. But like, yeah, he has to be Danny DeVito.
Okay.
Then, well, I gotta put in there. My girlfriend's helping me a lot, Lorena. But I don't know who has like who she. Trying to think. Like she's tall and strong. She's a muscle mommy. So I'm trying to think about like an actress that has that.
You have to choose very carefully and wisely.
Yeah, I know like in the first Deadpool movie there was the bad guy called Ajax, and then there was a character, his companion, I think. I don't remember the name of her. She was a UFC fighter, and I'm kind of trying to picture her because she was strong and tall, like my girl. So maybe her, but I don't know. Like probably her, and then probably have to pick someone for Hector, because for the tag team thing, I'm trying to think. Because Hector, Tom Hardy would do great with Hector actually. So I'm choosing me for Ryan Hurst, and then or Charlie Hunnam, and then Hector is Tom Hardy. Yeah, those are the guys. I think those are the people.
Okay. And the actress from Deadpool, it's Gina Carrero, I believe.
Yeah, I forgot her name.
Yeah.
But actually, when I saw her, I was like, I had a massive crush for like 10 seconds. It was like, oh, yeah.
Well, it's absolutely sounding like a blockbuster, and you can pre-order the tickets now.
Awesome.
Alright, on to a controversial subject. Pineapple on pizza. What's your stance?
It's pizza, I eat it.
So you are pro pineapple on pizza?
Yeah, why not? I like mixing stuff. It's not my favorite kind of pizza, but yeah. If there's pineapple pizza, I'm just like, sure. I'm not picky. I'll just eat it and enjoy it, and probably spit on the hater's face. 'Cause that's my style.
What's your spirit Pokemon?
I don't like Pokemon. Sorry, man. Never been into it.
Okay. Now we love the late great.
Probably Pikachu, because I love Pikachu. He's very cute.
We will accept Pikachu.
That's your awesome.
Now, we love the late great Tracy Smothers on the show. Do you know the acronym for Thug? THUG.
A thug.
I could spell.
That's like a criminal, right? Like.
Yeah. I could spell it out for you if you'd like.
Yeah.
T is for terrible. H is for hell, U is for ugly, and G is for jail, 'cause a Doug can't spell.
Fucking hell, man. That was a terrible joke.
We love the late great Tracy Smothers. We're trying to keep the memory alive on the show.
Nice.
Weirdest question you'll be asked on a wrestling interview, hopefully. Would you ever consider wrestling a Rock? Not Dwayne Johnson, not the country, an actual physical Rock.
Sure, why not? Kota Ibushi wrestled Sex Doll, and he made gold with it. So Why not?
Well, just for context, there's this wrestler named Psycho Mike that indeed wrestled a Rock for over 15 minutes in a Tungsten Man match. That's an Iron Man match that lasts 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yes.
That I never heard that story before. Damn.
Yes, and unfortunately he did not win either. So.
Man, he had one job. He had one simple job. And he dropped.
Yes, his job was to put over the Rock. Alright, on a more serious note, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
That question scares me because I don't want to fail with it because I really want to be like making a living out of this and being able to travel and being able to wrestle full time or Europe or whatever. But I want to say I see myself established in Europe and being able to have excursions in States and Japan, because that's a huge goal for me. So yeah, I want to say that. Like I hope it's that. So I'm gonna say that.
Okay. And what is a match people should go out of their way to see that best shows off what you are all about as a pro wrestler? One of your matches.
Right now, online, I got the match versus Guillermo from February, which was really, really cool. The crowd was very into it. The feedback from Pedrolo V, like Pedrolo space VS, you can find both of them easily. I think that those are the first ones that show up, I think.
Okay. And I will go on YouTube to find those matches, and I will put a link to them in the description of the video below, both on YouTube and Castbox, for anybody that hasn't seen them, wants to see them, wants to re-see them after this interview.
Thank you, man.
And
Thank you for that.
Absolutely. And since we are nearing the conclusion of this interview, we are wrestling with the 8 questions of doom. This is our speed round, our bonus round, the round where we see who you really are. Are you ready?
Okay.
Excluding yourself, greatest wrestler of all time.
Punk.
Worst wrestler.
Oof. I got some local guys, but I hated Loki.
Really?
I just couldn't stand him. Yeah, he's great, but I just couldn't I couldn't watch him. I was bored to death with his kicks and bored to death. Like, I'm sorry, Loki, if you you're a tremendous wrestler, but not my cup of tea. I'm sorry. He's not the worst by any means, but right now, the guy I couldn't really watch his matches, Loki.
You're main eventing WrestleMania for the World Championship. Who is your opponent?
Kevin Owens.
If you could come out to anyone's entrance music, past or present, who would it be?
Mine. I always say mine because I got a great taste in music. I can be humble for many things, but not for my taste in music. I like my music is great.
Okay, well, let's say that they lost the disc or there's a copyright issues with the song.
Okay.
Who would be your alternative?
Ooh. Sandman's Enter Sandman with Metallica.
Hell yeah. Finish the sentence. Kayfabe is.
Kayfabe? Who's Kayfabe?
It's a. So, who is Kayfabe?
Oh, Kayfabe. Oh, fuck. Sorry, I lost you. Kayfabe is
Kayfabe.
mostly dead. Mostly dead.
Okay. We would have also accepted taste great on toast.
Oh, okay.
Squash, vegetable or fruit?
Food.
Fruit?
Yeah, soup. Yeah.
Yes, it is indeed a fruit. It has seeds.
I think I lost you there. I'm not really understanding the question. Sorry, man. It's like, what? I thought you were like you asked me like vegetable or soup?
No. Squash.
Okay.
Is the food
Yeah.
squash? It's like a pumpkin. Is it
Okay.
a vegetable or is it a fruit?
Vegetables are like pumpkins are vegetables. Come on.
Are they?
Yeah, for sure.
So you're going with vegetable.
Yeah. 100%.
And you would be wrong. It is a fruit.
Oh. I'm a Pats fan. I'm never wrong.
New Japan wrestler Taichi, his ring gear gets smaller every year, revealing more of himself to the world. My question, what is the appropriate trunks to butt cheek ratio for ring gear?
Right under your butt cheeks. Like, they should be covered. I think that's the most comfortable thing. I don't really wear, like, trunks, so... But, like, I think they have to cover all your butt cheek. Just for you to be comfortable. Like a whirlpool swimsuit. Let's say like that.
So full coverage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna show your ass, just go for it. You're free. Please show it. Everyone will love it. But if I think you're looking for comfortability, just cover it. But if you want to go for a thong, go for a thong. You're gonna enjoy it. Everyone's gonna enjoy your ass out there. But I think like for comfortability, whole butt cheek.
Okay. And the last question, the main event, the thing everybody wants to know. Have you ever had a conversation with a stranger in a supermarket about Darby Allin?
I actually, yeah. I've talked about Darby Allin a lot, so probably yeah. I've talked about like what Darby Allin did the night before. Probably, yeah. I'm gonna say yeah. Darby Allin for president, I guess.
Could you elaborate on your conversation in the supermarket specifically?
To be honest, probably we're just like saying like what would Darby Allin do in that moment, or what like like would he like jump from here or jump from there? and like if he's like happy being alive. But like probably just saying stuff about the thing he did before, like for example what he did versus the Bucks, the Sting retirement match was like, you're fucking crazy. Mad respect to him. But yeah, probably yeah. I'm gonna say yeah. Probably talked about Darby Allin. Also probably after sex too. So yeah.
Okay. And that is the correct answer.
Awesome.
And that will conclude this interview. Thank you so much for coming on and doing this with me.
Thank you for having me. I loved it. I loved every minute of it. So thank you. Thank you again.
Absolutely. And once again, where can we find you on social media?
On Instagram, Pedrolo_wrestler, and that's it. Because fuck the rest. I hate Twitter and TikTok. I'm too lazy.
You have a Facebook as well, right?
Oh yeah, but that's like the personal thing. I mean, I don't really use it to promote. I mean, if you wanna add me, it's I think it's Eduardo Pedrolo, which is my short name. But or Edu Pedrolo, which is like the short way of saying Eduardo. So yeah, if you wanna add me. But I didn't really use Facebook. No one in Spain uses Facebook, to be honest. I just have it just in case for wrestling, and also like I know people outside Spain, so, and I know in some places in Europe they use it, so if I want to keep in contact with them. But also it's good for the birthdays. That's true, because I have a bad memory for that, so that's pretty good.
All right. And you don't have to type it into your Google machine. All of the links to all his social media will be in the description of the video below. All you have to do is click the link. A new tab will appear on whatever device you are on. You have no excuse. Give him a damn follow. And when he gets merchandise, buy a damn short.
Yes!
Of course, thank you for listening. If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment, both on YouTube and Castbox. This was sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. Join us tomorrow as we interview Joe Bravo, and listen to us every Tuesday and Wednesday for new and
Joe's great. I love Joe. Joe's great. Fucking follow him. He's great. I've had great matches with him. Joe, I'm gonna suck your dick. No, but I love you. Joe's great.
Did he call you Spanish one time?
Yeah, he told me Spanish. Oh fuck! I know. I just remembered that. Oh, I hate that guy. Yeah, he told me Spanish baboon. I was like, baboon? Yes. Spanish? No. Catalan. He's great. He's great.
And join us every Tuesday and Wednesday for new incredible interviews. Follow the show at Wrestling with E, both on X, Thread, and Instagram for information on who we're interviewing, when we're interviewing them, links to those interviews, and so much more. Follow me personally at JamesJ993. Alright, when I say Wrestling With, you say entertainment, okay?
Yep.
For our special guest Pedrolo, Calico Yacht, Scooter Dust, I am James J, and this has been Wrestling With
Entertainment.
Hey folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.